Good morning from Snowdonia. Don't know how well you can hear me, but today we're backpacking along the Nantlle Ridge, or is it Nantlle Ridge, whichever way you want to pronounce it. But I'm going to traverse the whole ridge right the way out till the very last summit and find somewhere to pitch the ultimate tonight. I'm hopeful we might get a nice sunset, but you never know. And yeah, I've just topped out on Egon, and we're heading to the next one now. Got a bit of a scramble on this one. the next top along the ridge after Egon. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, that one will be up on the screen now. But it's a lovely little scramble, and it's about, what, 7 years since I did that? And I forgot how enjoyable it was. Max found it a bit harder to get up this time. But he is 7 years older and he's getting on now. Anyway, I'm going to head off towards the next one now, and I'm keeping my eye out for somewhere for sunset tonight. Carried 2 litres up. I think I could have done me carrying 3 litres up with Max really, but we'll have to drop down and find some water, I suppose. Just stop for a breather, rest Max, give him some water. I had lunch as well, lovely spot. So now I'm on the way to the next summit along the ridge. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but I'm backpacking this Bin Tired Ridge right to the very end summit, which not a lot of people tend to take in when they do the Nantlle Ridge. I'll put that on screen because I don't want to pronounce that one either. So I'm looking out for compositions for tonight, and then once I've gone to the end I can work out where to come back and pitch the tent for hopefully a nice sunset tonight. Nearly there. Hot climbing in this weather, but worthy for the viewers. Getting warm, Max. I'm resting him every 15-20 minutes. There's a nice cool breeze here. I've got water, I'm down to about the last 3/4 of a litre, so I should be having to find somewhere to drop down and get water soon. On my way to the next summit, I can see the obelisk on the horizon, and from there I'm going to have to drop down and get some water, out of water. So it's going to be a steep descent to get some water, I think, before I climb back up on here and continue with the round. Right, we're on our way down to try and source some water now. There was quite a few people up by the obelisk, and as luck would have it, found a nice pool for Max to fill up at. So I'm going to let him fill up with as much water as he wants there. and then I'm going to have to source some for myself. I don't know whether to drop down to this stream before this next summit, or whether to go over the summit and I can collect water on the further side, on the far side rather. I'll make that decision later. Unusual view up towards the ridge. It's not a view that a lot of people see a lot of the time, but I'm heading down to fetch water from down there, and then I've got a long climb back up to that ridge to continue the journey. I've got plenty of time, so once I've got water I'll rest up for half hour or so and then continue on. The battery went then, so I've just changed it just to try and do the end of this, but yeah, I'll just rest up and then get up onto the tops again and make a plan from there. I don't know how well you can hear me above all this wind noise, but I'm trying to shield the mic as best I can. View over towards where we've come from, and I've just dropped down from here, down off there to collect water. Quite a steep descent and ascent back up, and now the next obstacle is to pick my way through that lot. I'll get back to you when we're on the top. I've reached the top. I'm considering pitching here because there's a few lovely compositions over that way, I think. Looking back along the route I've come, backed off by Snowdonia. I'm just going to have a walk up to this summit cairn, decide what to do. I was going to walk and continue right onto the furthest summit there. I camped there the last time I was here, but I think the photographic opportunity will be better over here, so yeah, I might stop over this side, but I'm going to have a walk up to the top anyway there, and then I'll decide what to do then. Get the tent up have something to eat and rest my knee. It's bloody killing me. Get back to you later. Evening. Got my camp set up. You see I'm trying a new, well, I've bought a new shelter. This is the Hyper Mountain Gear, Hyperlight Mountain Gear, Ultimate 2. I bought this for more room for when I bring Max, and it's like a palace. But more importantly for winter camps. This will give me the space I need and the stability hopefully to see me through winter camps. Just put some water on to boil for a cup of soup, and then while I'm doing that, as I always do, I've poured a whiskey to toast the day in the hills, and I'll swing round and do some camp footage later just to show you where I'm pitched. But anyway, cheers all. I don't know if you can see Max in the back there, but he's flat out. The first time he's used that, it's made by Sean at Uxworks, a woof tub. It's the first time he's used it for, I would say, 4 years, 3-4 years. Yeah, so I'm just going to enjoy this camp, enjoy the room. Tent's pitched, you can just make it out there behind me. I'm just off now to find a composition for sunset. The light's gone really flat at the moment. There's some heavy cloud moved in, but there is some gaps out to the horizon, so I'm hoping once that sun drops down below that, I'm hoping for a bit of light. I'll bring you back later. I've just set up this little shot. It's a bit cropped, that's the video aspect, because it's a 16:9 aspect ratio, that is. So the actual 3:2, I'll have a bit more on top and on the bottom. So I'm just waiting for the light. Morning. Had a few showers moving through the night. I set the alarm for 3:30 to see if there was going to be any sunrise light. There wasn't, so I just dozed for an hour or so. It's 4:45 now. I'm just going to have a coffee, some breakfast, and then think about making a move. A quick look around camp before we get ready to move. Packed everything away, just the ultimate to take down. Bit of a misty morning. Right, I'm going to take the ultimate down now, and I'll get back to you when we're on our way. Weather's a bit different to what it was yesterday. Quite atmospheric though, really. See over towards the coast there, just make out the shoreline. Might see it a bit more better over there. Right, time to get moving. Just on one of my off-road sorties. I've just come round the side of this hillside. It's very steep, but there's a succession of sheep trods to make life a little bit easier. The advantage of doing this is you get into areas and get to see views and sights that the walkers very seldom, well I would say never see. Where I'm going to drop down towards that stone wall and then traverse up to the tree line on the horizon there, and then I can just drop back down into the town well, a little village where I parked the van. Made it down to the remains of an old stone wall, and the plan is to follow this wall. And if you can see all the way around there, I'll just turn the camera around. Follow this wall all the way around till it climbs up to that first crag there, then traverse across the hillside and onto that far hill on the horizon. I'm on my way back down now, heading along a path that I last travelled with Max, I think it was 7 or 8 years ago. So it has many fond memories, but emotional as well, because I think back to the time 7 or 8 years ago he was a little spring chicken, and now he's getting an old man, he's slowing down. Anyway, I don't think it'll be too much longer now till I'm back down at the van. I might get back to you before then, but if not, thanks for coming along on this journey. If you've liked the video, please consider liking, and if you've not a subscriber, please consider subscribing, because I do lots of wild camping photography trips like this, so I can't get my breath, I'm being midged to death. Anyway, I'll catch you later.